we don't have that many weeks left. We have maybe about 2 weeks left before the end of the year. And you wonder, couldn't they have shifted some of these matches away for next year? Instead of kind of condensing it down to here and maybe to the next couple of weeks. Because I really felt like certain things could have been done for next year. Let's get to the double strap match, which was basically like a Texas bull rope match, but for a tag team. I feel this. That could have been left for next year. That could have been built up for next year. You could have had Muhammad Ali Shera and Al Snow constantly fighting with these guys, and then finally, it had to be, well, it would have been better if Billy was one who made the match, but if it had to be Dixie, fine. Al suggested to Dixie, Dixie gives the match, and we have to wait until next month to get it. That would have given us something interesting, because when you look at this match, it wasn't that bad. It was actually a pretty good match. In the end, Al and Shera won. But I felt they didn't win enough. They could have actually done something here. You could have had more content in between to really flesh this out and give us something special. The match for... I would have rather had Moose actually just have a segment, have a fight with the Aaron Rex, and maybe a fight with the Drew Galloway, and then we build up to something special next year. That's what I felt could have been done. You could, if you had to have a match for Aaron Rex, it could have been this next week or the week after. Build it up. Let him fight with Aaron Rex. Let Aaron Rex have some speaking segment. His segment before wasn't that bad. I would have liked to flesh that out a little bit before they actually had that match. And then after that, you could have Drew Galloway start dealing with Moose, because Moose needs someone to deal with in the Grand Championship. I'm still not happy that they're just throwing that match out anytime. It should be a monthly thing that's special, but it is what it is. Mandrews versus O'Shea. Aaron O'Shea. Why? Why did this match get done? Last week you had a great segment for Mark Mandrews, where he now betrays Sutter, he betrays DJZ, and now he's their enemy. Why didn't he have a speaking segment in the ring? Why did he have to have a match just to prove that he was a threat to them? There's no reason for that. He should have had a segment in the ring, then face someone like maybe a Trevor Lee or Everett or someone else. Maybe a Rockstar Spud comes out saying that I'm going to be going after this title, mate. You don't stand a chance, man. I'm going to be the one. And then he destroys Rockstar Spud, who has always been over. That would have made more sense for Mandrews. I don't understand that match. Here's another match I don't understand. I understand why they did it, but I understand why they did the match, because we know that Maria's not going to stay for much longer. She might have 3 or 4 months after this December before she finally packs it in and goes back to college to go to school. We know she's leaving. We just don't know when. And this, if Maria wasn't leaving, sending off Allie to get trained would have been the better option. She got her ass beaten up good. She doesn't want to get back into the ring until she knows what's good for her. And then you could have done a segment with Sutter or a segment with somebody else in the back saying, you need someone to train you, I'll train you. Why couldn't you set this up for the end of the year? Why couldn't you set this up where at least 2 weeks of training could have been done? Yeah, Allie still gets her ass kicked, but then you show that she wants to go back for more training. You could have done what they did for Miss Tessmacher. For Brooke Tessmacher, she was nothing but an assistant. She went away, got trained, and came back, and she was totally over. And even though Allie is over, she would have been more over if people just saw her away for a little while. She comes back and kicks ass. And I just felt this was rushed. This could have been left for next year. The Hardy segment I felt was a great segment. And Maxwell, I'm not fond of seeing little children being put in this kind of condition, because he doesn't really understand what's going on. And it does feel a little, it is a little upsetting to see that they're using a child in this respect. Of course, they're putting money away for his future. No one's going to say that Matt is not putting money away for his son's future. They're giving him extra money that he's going to be having for his son, and he's going to be putting it for his future. I don't really have a problem with it, but I hope that they don't do this too often. It's very rare in between that we see Maxwell on screen. And this is one of those rare times, and even though it's not bad for a lot of people, it still kind of irks me to see it. Not that it's bad, it just feels a little bit. But seeing that next week is Impact in the Hardy compound is something we needed. We've been in the Impact Zone for too long. We recognize that the Hardy house is where they do some of the other work. Building up to this wasn't bad, seeing that Matt was having a dream, a premonition. Oh, that hurts. How does he do that? Maybe it's because my throat's messed up a little bit. Got a cold again. It's so crazy with this weather. I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with the throat. But I have no problem seeing that Impact is going to be non-stop deletion. That's going to probably be the title for next week if no one else uses it. But let's be honest here. We've been sick of Orlando's Impact Zone for a while. And it was time to do something different. And this is it. It would be better for the end of the year. But I don't think they're going to do that. So we got something new. The DCC having their segment after that wasn't bad. The Gregory Helms, watch out, a hurricane's coming through. I know that's stupid. I know that looks stupid. I know that we don't normally do the hurricane bit. Maybe I might actually show an image of him as the hurricane. Dude, it would be better for him to get in the freaking ring with Trevor Lee or Andrew Everett and actually wrestle. Now, unless he's hurt, I understand. If he's not hurt, let his ass get in the ring. We need some star power in this Impact coming. If this is all about tag teams, which it is, generally, I'm going to be loving this because we're going to see, hopefully, people from outside, maybe from the international scene. Maybe that'll come back. Maybe the Motor City Machine Guns may come back together. Maybe, what is it? Millennium, what is it? No, not Millennium E. It is, I can't remember the name. For some reason, I am Generation Me. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was blanking on them. The Dudleys will probably come back. It would be really interesting if New Day shows up. I know they're not going to be allowed to do that because, hell, this is a other promotion. They're not going to help the promotion. I don't think Vince is going to do another ECW. It would be great if they did. But it is what it is. So I can't wait to see this. What's left here? Am I forgetting anything? No. The ending of the show. Tap out or pin. I think that's the best way to say it. You got EC3 up against... I'm going to say this about Eddie Edwards. He's just not a very good talker. Great in the ring. He's great ring general. He has an alright body. He's got the right physique, an alright body. He has some charisma, but a talker he is not. He just is not a good talker. And when it comes to EC3, he's got the great physique. He's a good ring general. He knows how to tell a story in the ring. He has total charisma. He is wonderful on the mic. And when it came to this match, it was the second best match of the night next to the bull rope match. Well, the double strap match. I got to be careful. Got to be accurate. But let's be honest here. To stretch it out like this is the wisest thing to do. You don't get that in the WWE. No contest. I'm fine with it. It's just that Eddie just isn't a very good talker. He's been a decent transitional champion. I know people are going to say, dude, he's not a transitional champion. He's a real champ. No. I'm sorry. He's a transitional champion. He just is not meant to be a true champion. Doesn't mean he's a bad champion. It's just there's certain people that are good for transition and certain people are very good to hold a title and do something with it. And Eddie Edwards is just the type to be a transitional champion. That's him. But it's not bad. But I do believe that when they have their match, it should be in January. No. If TNA has this before the end of the year, it's stupid. It's got to be saved for the premiere of TNA next month. Leave it, TNA. I'm about to say WWE. Leave it, TNA. Please, Dixie, have the brain power to understand to stretch this out a couple of weeks. Let these guys keep separate. Let them fight with one another. Let them complain with one another. And then let the title match be on the premiere show, on the premiere of Impact. Please. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below, and I hope you enjoyed the Zane view. Please give me a comment below. Didn't get a chance to watch NXT. I'm going to see if I can watch it, and if there's something I liked about it this week, I will do a video on it. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace!